Hello. Good afternoon. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. This won't be a long session. It's going to be a relative quick session. Let me just admit here again. Okay. Yeah, so this is only going to be like a 10-15 minute session. If it's going to be that long. So yeah, we've had a boring Monday so far. If you can see over here. USD just going in of a range. Um, nothing that I'm really interested in at all. I want to see continuations of new lows being broken. Okay. I want to see us break below that low, use it as resistance and look for that continuation. This is what I'm looking for on Euro USD. When we're looking at GBP USD, we looked at a scenario where we might see a beautiful bounce off of this price level. I didn't really feel comfortable with the confirmation to the downside. Okay, we had this this red candle, and then we had this red candle. But the fact that we failed to close below this low wasn't really, I didn't feel too comfortable with it. So I'm really happy that I stayed out of this one. And then I looked for a potential reaction off of this low, which we also didn't get a confirmation of on. So yeah, quite happy with sticking out, waiting for the best possible opportunity. But now still again, I'm going to look at This low over here, guy, I can actually only look at, let's do it like this. I'm gonna look at this value area low of the previous week. I want to see us push through and use it as resistance. Okay, it's going to be a quite big move if we do want to see the move to the downside. But it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. We did react off of this nice little resistance up here. Um, Now we formed a decent resistance at this price level. As you can see, we have little to none volume up here. So the sellers interested at that price level are quite decent sellers, really strong sellers, pushing price down. I just want to look for that continuations. Okay, if we can get that continuations, that could be perfect. I also forgot to mention this morning. Look at this. We have a bit of a new week opening gap, okay, right over here. But the opening price is literally so close to the previous week's volume profile, well, point of control of the volume profile. We are really close at that point of control. So I think we actually might jump into a kind of tricky, extremely tricky week on the GBP USD and EUR USD currency pairs. Um, I just don't want to see a range, like a full out range forming like we saw on gold since last week, Tuesday. I don't want to see something like that. I want to look for continuations or reversals. Okay, so this is a decent trade that I'll be looking at. If we can get the close below the previous week's value area low, use it as resistance, and then look for that continuation to the downside. Okay, just recap on Euro USD. Euro USD, I want to look for that push down below this low that we formed this morning at quarter to 11. If we get that push to the downside, I want to look for a retracement, and then I'll be looking for perhaps another entry on Euro USD when we retrace towards this low. Okay, US JPY sold off quite nice. We had a nice decent continuation. This morning I actually wanted to see a push back towards the value area of the previous week. Um, but yeah, we broke out of this little range that we had over here. And now we formed a really decent pattern. Okay, just quickly want to look at something. 0.76. 0.73. Okay, so almost less or more the same move to the downside. Usually when we see these type of moves, we do see a reversal. But getting a confirmation down here is going to be really tricky. Okay, jumping to gold. Gold's still in the range. Yeah, gold still ranging. Yeah, gold is just continuing to range. Not really ideal circumstances. So I'll be staying away of gold for quite a while. But this just looks so heavy looking at it off the previous week. I mean, I'm making myself ready for expansion, but I do want to see the expansion to the downside. Don't want to be negative, but I do want to see this expansion to the downside. Okay. Yeah, and then Brent, um, we wanted to see the bounce off of this previous week's low volume area. If it might just load. There we go. We have this nice little low volume area. I wanted to look for that bounce to the upper low volume area. We've got a decent move to the upper side, just not decent enough. So now I'm still sticking to this analysis that I would like to see reversal to this low volume area, because if we can push back towards this low volume area, that's just game over. And we also have this decent new week opening gap of new, that is not new day, excuse me. This is a new day opening gap. that we reacted off on Friday. So inside of these two areas, I'll definitely look for a sell position on Brent as well. Okay, remember, Brent and gold, they don't always run together. I mean, look where's Brent and look where's gold. Um, yeah, I'm not looking for correlation between Brent crude and also gold, because they barely run with each other. But what I do want to see is if we can get a reaction over here at the top, and then perhaps look for the trade to the downside. The reason why I'm not looking for this buy to push price back upwards, is because I'm locked in on a sell. Just like I want to look for a sell. I want to buy myself into a sell position. Does that make sense? I don't want to buy myself into a sell position just for me to take that sell because we might immediately flush. Like we might immediately, be like, screw that. I immediately want to push back upwards, up downwards, then look for that retracement. And if we do this, so I actually have two decent scenarios where I'll be looking at a sell over here at the top and also a sell when we push through and use this area as a resistance. Um, yeah, this is also something that I'll be quite interested in. So Euro USD is pushing up again. Brent, GBP as well. We have quite decent opportunities ahead of us for today, the remainder of today, and also tomorrow morning. I think we might see a quite interesting London session. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to it. All right, so that's going to be it. Short and sweet. Thank you so much to everyone who participated. And as always, um, it is really much appreciated. You must enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and then I will see you tomorrow morning for our London pre-market analysis session. All right. Cheers, everyone. Take care.